Hello everyone, my name is Jigdish. In today's session, we would study about the energy sources. In this session, we would study the introduction of the energy sources and what are the types of energy sources. So we would discuss now. We know that everything what happens in the world, so that is expressed in the form of energy. That is, the energy is the primary source of all the kinds of work by the human beings and the nature. So what we are doing is, we are walking, we are running, we are talking, and what exercises or what activities we are doing here. So all this because of energy. So how do we get that energy? So what is the source for that energy? So here answer is simple. So that is food. So we will get the energy by food only. So suppose if you take vehicles, so vehicles, trains, aeroplanes and other vehicles are moving, is that energy source for these vehicles, that is petrol, diesel or any other sources. So here the food and fuels are the energy sources for us and for vehicles. As we see in our day-to-day life, so we are using the fan, TV, computer, electric bulbs, refrigerator and AC and so on. All these needs electricity. So what are the sources of electricity? How it comes to us? So that is energy sources. So we are getting the electricity by different methods. So we can produce the electricity by using the water. We can produce the electricity by different methods like a solar power plant, coal power plant, or by using the natural gas or petroleum products or biogas or solar energy. So there are so many methods to produce the electricity. In this session, we will study one by one. What are the different methods to produce the electricity? So we will study in this session. There are the three ways to produce the electricity. That is thermo energy or thermal power plant. By using the thermal power plant, so we can produce the electricity. Nuclear power plant and hydro power plant. By using the water, by using the coal or by using the uranium nuclear substance, so we can produce the electricity. All these are energy sources, so we are using in our India. So thermal power plant, nuclear power plant and hydroelectric power plants, so we are using to produce the electricity. So all these three works on the same principle. So first, by using any one source, so for example by using the coal or by uranium substance or by water, so first we have to produce the heat. So because of that heat, the water converted into steam. So here because of that steam, the turbine runs and it is connected to a generator. Then it produces electricity. That is based on Faraday law. So what we have studied earlier in earlier classes. What are energy sources? So simply, we can say a source from which the useful energy can be extracted either by directly or by conversion process or by any transformation process. So is called the energy sources. So what are the energy sources? For example, so we say the coal, natural gas, petroleum products. So all these are derived from the fossil fuels, water, solar, or that is a sun radiation, or that is a wind energy and biomass energy. All these are energy sources. So by using all these energy sources, we can produce the electricity by different methods. So what are the good characteristics of good energy sources? So first one, The energy source should be cheap and easily available. It should be easy to store and transport. It should be safe to handle and use. It should be pollution free. It should give the large amount of energy for a small quantity of a source. It should be abundant in nature. So having all the characteristics is difficult, but still we are using the energy sources. Let us see how they are classified. The energy sources can be classified as renewable sources and non-renewable energy sources. What is the renewable energy source? So we have studied in our previous classes. So these are the resources which are not depleted or which can be regenerated again and again, so even after its usage and consumption. Here, so these energy sources will not get over. So after the usage of this energy source or after the consumption of this energy source, we can reproduce again and again. So that is called as the renewable energy sources. So for example, so we can take the solar energy. So solar energy, comes from the sun. Sun is having a large amount of energy. How much energy we can use? That is sufficient for us. So in our daylight, so we are getting the sunlight. By using that sunlight, we can produce the electricity by using the solar panels. So this energy will not get depleted, or this will not get over. This will not run out. So again, so this can be produced again and again. So this will not, so we can use it for long period of a time. And what about hydro energy? This hydro energy means we are using the water. The river water is stored in a dam. That dam water is used to run the turbine. So because of the turbine is connected to a generator to produce the electricity. So by using that methods, we are producing the hydro energy. So here the water will not get depleted, so it can we can reproduce it again and again. The wind energy and biomass energy. So wind energy will not get over after usage of a long period of a time. So that's why wind energy is also a renewable source of energy. And biomass energy, so we are using the wastages of animals or in our day-to-day life, or municipal wastages and sugar factories wastages and other industries wastages. We are using this as a biomass energy to produce electricity. So this is also not get over, or this will not get depleted. So that's why the biomass energy is called as a renewable source of energy. So we can produce again and again all these things. And what about the non-renewable energy sources? So these are the resources which gets depleted and cannot be regenerated again after its usage and consumption. It is exhaustible energy source. Here the non-renewable energy source means, suppose we are taking the example of petroleum, oil, coal or natural gas. So we are using in excess mode. So we are using in our day-to-day life to produce the electricity. So maximum consumption of coal is using to produce the electricity. So here the petroleum oil, so we are using in vehicles and in industries. So once it's get over, so we cannot reproduce it again. So because these resources are formed millions of years ago. So from the dead plants and animals. So this petroleum oil or coal or natural gas, so once it's finished, so once again we will not get back the same thing. So we cannot regenerate or we cannot reproduce it in any other way. So that's why. So this is non-renewable energy sources. Or in nuclear energy, we are using the uranium as a resource. So in uranium is also not sufficient for us. So it is having a limited amount of uranium is under the reservoir. So we have to use it in a proper way. So after 100 or 150 years, so all these resources gets over. So after once it gets over or once it's finished, so we cannot get again back. So that's why, so these are called the non-renewable energy sources. And again, the energy sources can be further classified as conventional energy sources and non-conventional energy sources. So what is the conventional energy sources? So these are the energy sources which have been using since ancient times. So we have been using since long time. So in our father time or in our grandfather times, so we are using the same fuels. Fossil fuels are the fuels which are derived from the dead animals and plants, so millions of years ago. So we are using the fossil fuels in the form of a coal, petroleum oil, so in or petrol, diesel or natural gas. So all these are fossil fuels. So once it gets over, so we cannot regain, we can reproduce it again. So it is exhaustible energy source. And hydro energy. So here we are using the water to produce the electricity, so from long back. And nuclear energy is also a conventional energy source, so we have been using since long time. So that's why these are called as the conventional energy sources. And non-conventional energy sources. So once the conventional energy sources are limited in numbers or limited in amount, so once it gets over, so we cannot reproduce it again. So it is exhaustible energy sources. So after that, after completion of all the fossil fuels, nuclear fuels and all the things, so what is the source for getting the energy? What is the source for getting the electricity? So we cannot imagine our life without electricity, even a single day, because everything runs on electricity only. So that's why. So we have to find a different way or different strategies or different methods to produce the electricity. So this is called the non-conventional energy sources. So these are the energy sources which have been started recently, and these are the alternate energy sources for conventional sources. So we should not depend completely on the conventional sources. So we should come out of the conventional sources, and we have to use non-conventional energy sources, so which are abundant in nature and which are cheap and so which are easily maintainable. So for example, that is a solar energy. So solar energy which comes from the sun, so the sun produces a lot of energy, and so our earth can receive large amount of energy. So that energy can be used to produce the electricity. So that is more than sufficient for our population. And so wind energy, it is a blowing air. So in deserts or in mountains, hill stations, so we can produce the wind energy by planting that wind power plant. Next is biomass energy. So from the garbages, from the wastage materials, so we can produce the biomass energy. So from this we can produce the electricity. And geothermal energy. So here inside the earth there is a large amount of heat, so preserved inside the earth. So that heat can be used to generate the electricity. So that is another way to produce electricity. So all these, so it is a solar energy, wind energy, biomass energy and geothermal energy, or the tidal winds or tidal waves or wave energy. So we have to study in next sessions. So nowadays the conventional energy sources plays a major role in the production of electricity, or in usage of these conventional sources is very important nowadays. But so we have to give up that, and so we have to turn towards the non-conventional energy sources to save our nature. So that's why, so we have to concentrate to develop the technologies and so some methods to produce electricity as much as possible. Next session, so we would study the conventional energy sources in detail, and what are the properties of that conventional energy sources, and what are the methods to produce the electricity, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of that energy sources. So we will study in next session. Thank you all.